What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage and we are back today with now the next node here being the city nodes. Starting off here, before I dive into the gameplay and footage, I'll show you guys my quick 5 characters I'm utilizing for these nodes. So first up, Squirrel Girl. Loving what she brings on as support, her offense down, her healing, and her cleansing. Absolutely crucial, and fortunately it's been fun having her, and just having that sustainability has been really crucial for my overall roster and team. Shang-Chi being able to cleanse as well, having that synergy with Squirrel Girl and being able to provide support, but as well that Way of the Fury ultimate dealing a lot of damage, especially when they have a lot of positive buffs. Highly recommend. We got Cloak really being the main driver in our team, inflicting negative conditions, especially offense down, blind, defense down. It really gives us an edge in battle, especially when we're trying to crowd control and ensure that we reduce and mitigate damage. Ghost Spider really synergizing the rest of the team as well because of her ultimate web snare, being able to actually extend and spread out all these negative conditions, right? It looks like one character may be ending and we can refresh all of them and ensure that blinds stick for a little bit. And as well, her ability block is much appreciated, especially when we try to prevent a character from utilizing a cleanse or heal, so forth. And then last but not least, Scarlet Spider here, being able to extend negative conditions as well, dealing slow, defense down, as well as some AoE damage, and his passive, no responsibility, giving that passive boost here of the 30% max percentage health being allocated to Ghost Spider. So having the synergies there, it's definitely really appreciated, overall rounding out my team. So there you guys have it. Let's dive right in now to the gameplay.
Now, it did take me quite a few tries actually. This node is definitely easier than node 4 and node 5, but took a few tries to actually get at the right RNG where they didn't blow my guys right from the very beginning here. So you're gonna see, they get some of their troopers, minions summoned up here, and you can see we got a little lucky there with the dodges. Even Kestrel using her ultimate on my Ghost Spider actually misses. So ideally, this is a really good placement of how things are right now. If you can start things off, it is actually utilizing Cloak's ultimate here to really kick it off. So that way we do have some protection against their damage, and having those blinds is absolutely crucial to ensure that we start things right off. Now, once again, Shang-Chi's ultimate doing some absolutely beautiful damage here, and you're going to find that he's really the main damage dealer, on top of having Squirrel Girl healing, but her ability block, heal block is going to be absolutely crucial, so that way prevents them from actually healing and ensuring the damage sticks. And who I do recommend focusing at the very beginning though, if you can get through the taunt, the security guard is going to be aiming for Kestrel, just because she's easily the most powerful character in this bunch. If you get a chance, as you can see, spreading negative conditions with Ghost Spider is going to be absolutely huge here. It's just ensuring everything kind of sticks. And I had some really good luck with this this initial wave, and you can see Kestrel already gets taken down, so we're already at a great start. And then again, because a lot of them are actually sustaining characters such as Ebony Maw, Nick Fury, we're in a really good spot actually to be able to ensure our damage sticks, but as well as have enough time to build up energy for the next wave. Ebony Maw goes down, so Kestrel and Ebony Maw down. We're in a really good spot to just essentially now clean up these areas, especially with them all being relatively weak in preparation. And this is where you could start building up energy and ensuring you're saving it for the next wave here. Now, I did opt here to leave the operative and as well as the security guard, just because those two are tankier and they don't do any damage whatsoever, and this allows us now in a really good spot to prepare. Now, with this next wave, it's going to be quite similar to what we already faced. Another combination of Kestrel with Ebony Maw and as well as those shield characters. So starting things off with, again, Cloak's ultimate, absolutely huge here. Activating Shang-Chi's ultimate here, really just to reduce the turn meter and do some significant damage. Again, the big thing is aiming once again for Kestrel here, just because she has a lot of damage. She also has the cleanse, but fortunately, you guys can see she's actually quite squishy. If you get a chance to extend her blinds and so forth, really want to do as much damage as you can. And the nice thing about extending those blinds is that it's going to last an extra turn, buying us more time. And with the main damage dealer here being taken out, the next one up is really Sharon Carter, and everybody else is quite a defensive character on their end, right? Yes, they have a lot of shield synergies, but fortunately we have a lot of sustain. We got heal block, as you can see with Squirrel Girl activating that to clear the minions as well. I absolutely just love what she brings, especially from a synergy perspective. And what I like here about Cloak Special is that whenever there is a taunt, definitely take the chance to actually utilize that to clear any kind of taunt, so you can get through that. Key healers such as Maria Hill and the ability blocks from Sharon Carter, I think, are absolutely huge. And then now you can see us preparing to take down this wave here. Being these healers here, not a big deal because they can't really do a lot of damage. They have good synergies, but we're getting to a point where we're going to be able to take down 2-3 of them on the board here, and again building up energy in preparation for the next wave. Now, I wasn't expecting this, but my Squirrel Girl did actually get taken down. And as you can see, when you're about to take down the third enemy in this wave, 16 out of 30, it does actually spawn the next wave. So fortunately, we don't have our main healer, so this is where I kind of start getting more conservative. But fortunately, with both Ebony Maw and Nick Fury being weakened in this wave, I don't hesitate to use Shang-Chi's ultimate there, just so that way we can finish off at least a couple of them in preparation then for this new wave here. And only a couple Electros, a Sharon Carter that we ability block here just to control, but again, same thing as before. We lose the sustainability, but we still have really good synergies here overall, and can still be able to make some meaningful work here for an attempt. Now, unfortunately, got to be careful here because these Electros do hit hard. You're going to see that parts of my team actually do start going down now. So unfortunately, this ends up being a second attempt, as you can see. Now that I have two of my allies actually fallen on my side, at this point, it is conservative mode now. You just really want to conserve your strength. Save Cloak's ultimate if you can in preparation for the next attempt here, but we're going to let them go ahead and finish us off now. Definitely could have one-shot this node with this team, but again, it takes a lot of luck and whatnot, and honestly, it's just much easier to simplify it in multiple attempts. That way, you're not scratching your head over and over for the RNG, right? So brand new refresh here. We're up against 5-on-5, so very fair. I would recommend taking down actually the Electros because they're the ones that do a lot of damage, as well as Sharon Carter. And then taking them out officially, we're going to be able to, again, save up our energy in preparation for the last and final wave here. There you have it, and that takes down the second Electro there. And at this point, finish off the minions, but as well as taking down Sharon Carter, leaving both Rhino and Maria Hill makes the most sense just because they're bulkier, they can heal, and then that way we can save up energy. Now, I want to capture this on video for you guys to see this, but interestingly enough, at 11 out of 30 enemies, when we take down Sharon Carter, does actually spawn a random Ebony Maw. Not sure if this is intended, but just keep that in mind because he comes early, and he's going to be followed by the remainder of the wave, so keep that in mind. We go ahead, finish off Rhino. Like, again, I like to leave the healers for the very end, but so as long as we don't have a lot of damage, not a big deal. But you can see, yeah, nobody spawns here, so it's very interesting that Ebony Maw just comes by himself. Yeah, take your time to build up energy because you are able to actually fully finish off everyone here, and that actually does spawn the last and final wave here, being again another Kestrel, Nick Fury combination, Electro, and as well we actually see Call Obsidian and Thanos for the first time. So starting things off as per usual, applying some AoE damage, and definitely I would say this wave is not that tricky at all. You just got to make sure you have Cloak's ultimate ready to go, and as well as Shang-Chi's ultimate, and we're in a pretty good spot consistent with our previous waves as well. And again, try to do as much as possible damage in terms of everything being AoE based. The heal block with Squirrel Girl, because we do want to focus on Kestrel if we can, but there is more tanks going on in this wave, right? And Electro and Kestrel being weaker on their end with lower HP pools are the recommended targets. Now, the best thing about this wave finally in this last node of the city is go ahead and use every ability that you want. It doesn't really matter with the cooldowns because we're not using these characters ever again in Dark Dimension 5 for the remainder of the run. So it's really nice. The moment that you have both Electro and Kestrel down, honestly speaking, it's pretty straightforward. And for sure, this is the easiest node out of the 3 nodes in City. So really do take your time with it. But you can see nothing is really lose sleep over here just because they're all pretty tanky. Unfortunately, we do lose Cloak, but get a little cocky there, and we do lose Cloak for the damage wise because I feel good about this wave, but we can see how weak the Rhinos are. We can see that we're rounding this out and getting really close to the finish line, especially when you have Nick Fury, Call Obsidian, and Thanos being the last 3. It's going to be super straightforward. So yes, unfortunately losing Cloak in the battle, but you can see here 2 attempts here for this last wave, and node is really all we need, and that is a wrap, you guys. Definitely, I would say, based on the content creators I've seen and been following, the city section is actually one of the hardest, if not the hardest section in all of Dark Dimension 5. So very happy that I was able to get through in one piece. Again, to reiterate, it was 4 attempts, and then lastly 2 attempts for node 6. So definitely much appreciated, and I'm glad I'm over now. And just for the record as well, days logged in, 100% free to play. There you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoy this video as we get ready here and jump into global next up. So thank you as always, you guys. Do appreciate you checking out my videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.